Hello YouTube, I'm back again. Today I want to talk about the scariest things to me and the shit hit the fan. Okay, now not the dangerous thing to me, but the scariest thing to me. And the scariest thing to me is Mother Nature and the insects. Okay, now the most dangerous thing would be people. You know, we all know people. You know, we got the marauders, the vigilantes, the zombies, you know, the wolves and stuff we have to deal with. Those are the most dangerous, you know what I mean? You gotta like make sure you avoid those kind of people at all costs, but they're not the scariest because we can deal with those, you know, if we have to. But the scariest is Mother Nature because it's so how can I say this, unpredictable. You know what I mean? You can't predict the weather. That's just the way it is. I mean, we have these newscasters and stuff like that, and they make predictions, but that's fine. That's what they get paid for. But let's say in a grid down or infrastructure failure situation that lasts more than let's say 60 days or 90 days, you know, because they tell us we need to be prepared for at least that long. But I'm just saying, what if there's no utilities and we have to deal with this kind of heat that we having right now? See, in Cleveland right now, we dealing with heat indexes that's well over 105 for the last 3-4 days. I mean, it's just been terrible up here. Okay, I mean, I'm not used to this kind of heat, and senior citizens and infants are really taking it. You know, they really catching hell up here. They got the cooling stations out, you know, where they opened up these rec centers and everything so people can stay cool because they got the air conditioning. But what if that the infrastructure and the utilities were down for that period of time? I mean, that's not a very long period, 90 days, 3 months. I have seen worse in other countries. You know, I'm not going to talk about Venezuela, but I'm just saying, what if we happen to have something like that with all these cyber attacks that's going on? What if one of them get through and mess up our infrastructure for a while? I mean, it's not going to be, it's not going to be a permanent situation, but a temporary situation because, you know, it's a delicate condition with that infrastructure thing. It'll throw us in turmoil. You know, we'll be in chaos. All right. And like I said, in that case, the most dangerous thing to me, because I took care of everything else, I think, will be Mother Nature, because when the temperature gets well over 100 degrees, I mean, it's just terrible. I mean, it can kill a person, especially senior citizens, the handicapped and disabled. We can die just from heat. All right, and then if it was in the wintertime, we can die from the cold. I was talking to the lady that lives up in Minnesota. She's a new subscriber, and she was telling me a couple of years ago it was minus 40, minus 50 in Minnesota, and that was brutal. I mean, can you imagine being in the dark all alone, no way to stay warm, and you up there, you'll just freeze to death. It'll be like that Day After Tomorrow movie, you know, where people came in and everybody froze. I mean, Mother Nature, it can kill you. And like I said, the reason I threw in the bugs in there is because, you know, with that kind of weather, you know, with the hurricanes and the tornadoes and stuff, and all the rainwater we having and the floods and stuff like that, and you get a lot of water. And with water comes mosquitoes. With mosquitoes comes diseases. All right, because, you know, people gonna be dying. They're gonna be dropping dead in the streets, depending on what kind of like I say, infrastructure there is. If people be out there picking up dead bodies, you might not have too much to worry about. But what about the dead bodies they don't find? People that die in their houses. I mean, you know, you get bugs, they get flies. I mean, there's all that stuff. And you get bit by a mosquito, you could die, because mosquitoes transfer diseases or ticks. Because, see, they used to call this, and they still do, the Forest City here in Cleveland. And if you get bit by a tick, You know, it can cause Lyme disease, or you can get Rocky Mountain scarlet fever. I mean, it could be anything. I mean, look what happened to those deer. They got zombie deer because they got bit by a tick that was a carrier. So you never know. So like I said, insects and the weather, Mother Nature is what I'm scared of in a grid down situation, or the shit hit the fan situation, stuff like that, if we lose any of our basic necessities for a long period of time. I mean, if our infrastructure go down for, like I said, a extreme period of time, we be out there cold, wet, and dark, and all alone by ourselves. It would cause chaos and turmoil. So I'm just saying, well, I'm not gonna panic, but it scares me because I know, you know, a lot of people won't make it. They would just die, not from starvation. They would just die from the weather, because the weather can kill people all the time. I mean, you know, we got droughts, we have snowstorms. I mean, it's gonna get worse. I mean, look at this crazy weather we got right now. So I'm just saying, if you bugging in, you're gonna have to deal with the weather. If you bug out, you have to deal with the weather, because the weather's gonna be wherever you go. I mean, it ain't like I'm gonna go here because there's no weather. Weather's everywhere. I mean, it's weather's from Florida to Alaska. I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, every part of the country have a different type of weather, but it's all weather. I mean, you got to deal with different problems. Like down south, they have to deal with extreme heat. Up north, we have to deal with extreme cold at certain periods of the time. And sometimes, if you're in the Midwest states like Oklahoma, you deal with everything. I mean, so all I can say is that's the only thing that scares me in a like I said, a situation would be no power, no heat, because you need air conditioning, you need a fan, because you could die. You go out there, call yourself gonna work in the garden, and you drinking your water, trying to stay hydrated, but your body is just shutting down slowly but surely because you done lost too many fluids, and your system can shut down. People been known to die from heat frustration and like that, heat stroke. It's been known to happen. The football players are the ones I think of when I want to talk about that. You know, it comes to mind. But anyway, I'm getting the drift in. I mean, but like I say, we can be vulnerable to the weather because it's so unpredictable, and that's the only thing that scares me. And I just want to give not a shout out, but tell a lot of people that this guy, he's a subscriber to my channel. His name is Will Patriot. He's looking for 300 subscribers. So if you want to give his channel a view and maybe subscribe to the channel, he'll appreciate that. And another guy I was talking with, got a channel. His name is Midwest Prepper. He was saying, and basically it was a question to all the people that got channels, that what kind of prepper are you? What kind of prepper channel do you have? And then he had this chart, and it was tells you where you got these preppers out there that are always gloom and doom type of preppers, where the world is going to end and everybody's going to be like Mad Max or worse. And then you got the preppers that's which I consider myself a lower level prepper, because I have a very small channel that basically talks about everyday stuff, like the grid might be going down and blackout situations and stuff like that. You know, I don't do any unboxing hardly or anything like that. But yeah, and that's the kind of prepper I am. I would say I'm the average Joe prepper. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know about them two guys' channel. They decent people, like I said, and that's it. YouTube.